My wife turned our entire friend group against me, claiming I was financially abusive because I cut her allowance. I didn't argue. I just posted the receipts of her spending $15,000 of our savings on online gambling. Then the group chat exploded. Original post: I, 32 male, discovered 3 weeks ago that my wife, 30, has a serious gambling problem. Not casino gambling. Online gambling. The kind you can do from your phone at 2 a.m. while sitting on the couch pretending to scroll through Instagram. We've been married 4 years. Good marriage, I thought. Both working professionals, me in IT, her in marketing. Combined income around 140 $. Not rich, but comfortable. We had savings goals. House down payment, emergency fund, maybe kids eventually. Had. Past tense. It started when I noticed our savings account was lower than it should be. We each contributed $800 a month to joint savings. Should have had around $42,000 saved up. Had $27,000. Checked the statements. Withdrawals. Lots of them. $200 here, $500 there, $1,000 once. All going to something called Vegas Dream and Lucky Slots and BetMax Gaming. $15,000. Gone. Over 8 months. Confronted her that night. She cried. Said it started as fun, just small bets. Then she won $2,000 once and thought she could win more. Classic gambler logic. Promised she'd stop. Begged me not to tell anyone. Said she was ashamed. I believed her. Idiot. Set up new accounts. Moved remaining savings to one only I could access. Gave her a weekly allowance of $200 for personal spending, coffee, lunches, whatever. Removed her access to credit cards, kept one for emergencies. Standard addiction management stuff while she got help. She agreed to everything, seemed relieved actually, said she needed the boundaries. That lasted 5 days. Then our friend group chat exploded. Her best friend posted, "Can we talk about financial abuse in relationships?" Asking for a friend who's literally not allowed to access her own money by her controlling husband. My buddy responded, "Wait, what? Bill?" Another friend, "That's messed up. Women need financial independence. This is literally how abuse starts." I'm reading this thinking, are they talking about us? Then my wife posted, "Thanks for the support, guys. It's been really hard. I'm not allowed to have my own credit card. He gives me an allowance like I'm a child, tracks every dollar I spend. I feel trapped." The group chat went nuclear. 23 messages in 10 minutes. All variations of "leave him," and "that's abuse," and "I always knew something was off about him." Not one person asked my side. I sat there staring at my phone. My wife was in the bedroom, had been for an hour. This was planned. She'd set this up. Could have defended myself immediately, could have explained about the gambling. But something stopped me. Maybe pride. Maybe I wanted to see how far she'd take it. Logged into our bank accounts. Downloaded 8 months of statements. Highlighted every single gambling transaction. $15,347.82 total. Created a PDF. Added screenshots of the gambling site logins from our shared laptop. She never logged out. Added the text where she promised to stop. Saved it all, waited. The group chat continued. People I'd known for years calling me controlling, abusive, a manipulator. My wife playing the victim perfectly. He says it's for our future, but I can't even buy myself lunch without asking permission. That stung. Because I'd never said she couldn't buy lunch. The $200 weekly was for fun money. Groceries and bills came from joint accounts she still had access to. But facts didn't matter. The narrative was set. I was the bad guy. Waited until the chat died down, around midnight. Then posted the PDF. Me. Since we're discussing financial abuse, here's $15,347.82 of our savings that went to online gambling over 8 months. Every withdrawal highlighted, all without my knowledge. The allowance was intervention for addiction, not control. But sure, I'm the abusive one. Sent it, put my phone on silent, went to bed, woke up to 156 unread messages. Update 1, 1 week later. The group chat is still chaos. Let me catch you up. When I posted those receipts, the immediate response was silence, like dead air for 20 minutes. Then one of the guys, my closest friend in the group, messaged, "Holy crap, dude." That broke the dam. Questions flooded in, people asking my wife directly, "Is this real?" Her response, "It's out of context. He's twisting things to make me look bad." Out of context. 15 grand in gambling losses is out of context. But here's the thing about friend groups. Once you plant doubt, people take sides. Not based on facts, based on feelings and who they like more. Her best friend doubled down. Okay, but posting private financial info publicly is still controlling behavior. This is revenge, not concern. My buddy, he posted it because she publicly called him abusive. That's defending yourself. Her friend, he could have handled this privately. My buddy, she made it public first, and so on. The chat split, maybe 60-40 against me, which honestly was better than expected. Before the receipts, it was 100% against me. But here's where it got messy in real life. My wife moved out, went to stay with her best friend, left me a note. You humiliated me. I can never forgive this. We're done. No mention of the gambling, no apology, just anger at being exposed. Her family started calling. Her mom left a voicemail calling me cruel for airing dirty laundry and destroying her daughter's reputation. Her dad texted, "Real men handle problems privately. You're pathetic." My family? Supportive but worried. Mom said, "Honey, you're right, but being right doesn't mean you'll win. People don't like being wrong about someone they defended." She wasn't wrong. Work got awkward. My wife and I don't work together, but we have mutual professional connections. Word spread. HR called me in for a wellness check because someone reported I might be going through something. Had to explain the situation. They were sympathetic but clearly uncomfortable. The worst part? Some of our friends who initially defended me started backing off. Not openly switching sides, just going quiet. Unfollowing the group chat, declining hangout invitations, being busy. Turns out people don't like drama. Even when you're objectively right, being involved in a messy situation makes you radioactive. Meanwhile, my wife started her own narrative campaign. Not in the group chat, she'd learned that lesson, but individually. Messaging people privately. Her version. Yes, she had a small gambling problem, but I was overbearing and controlling. The gambling was her way of feeling free. Classic abuse victim behavior. She was coping, and people bought it, or enough of them did. My buddy showed me screenshots. Her message to his girlfriend, "I know the receipts look bad, but you don't see the daily criticism. The way he monitors my every move. The gambling was wrong, but it was my only escape. I felt suffocated." Masterful manipulation. Admit to the gambling, minimize it, then pivot to being a victim of my control. Got a text from a couple we used to hang with. "Hey man, we care about both of you, but we think it's best if we take some space from the situation until you guys figure things out. Hope you understand." Translation: we believe her. We're out. Lost about 6 friends that week. People who I'd known since college, gone. But something interesting happened at day 9. Her best friend's husband messaged me privately. "Dude, I gotta tell you something. Wife doesn't know I'm saying this. Your wife came to stay with us, right? She's been on her phone gambling every night, like significant amounts. I saw over her shoulder. She's not stopping." Me, how much? Saw one bet for $800 last night. My wife is clueless. I don't know what to do. Me, document it. You might need it. For what? Me, when she can't make rent and asks to borrow money. 3 days later, he messaged again. She asked for $1,200. Said she's short on rent money. My wife wants to help her. Called it. I didn't respond. Not my circus anymore, but I did start documenting everything. Her messages to friends, screenshots of her posts, building a case. For what, I didn't know yet. But I knew this wasn't over. Update 2, 3 weeks later, divorce is officially filed. I did it first. Beat her to the punch. She lost it when she got served. Called me screaming about how I was abandoning her and not supporting her through her illness. Gambling addiction is apparently only an illness when it's convenient for her narrative. Her attorney sent a letter demanding 50% of all marital assets, standard, reimbursement for the $15,000 gambling money because it came from joint funds she had equal right to access. Spousal support for 2 years while she recovers from financial abuse trauma. Me to pay her legal fees. I laughed. Actually laughed. My attorney didn't. They're going to argue that your restriction of funds caused her emotional distress, that the gambling was a symptom of your controlling behavior. That's insane. That's family court. Discovery process started. Both sides have to disclose finances. My wife's disclosures came in. Current savings $340. Checking $89. Credit card debt $12,000. All since she moved out 3 weeks ago. She'd gambled away everything she had left, plus borrowed money. I have no idea where the $12K in credit card debt came from. Those weren't cards connected to me. My attorney, this actually helps us, shows ongoing addiction and financial irresponsibility, undermines her argument that you were being controlling versus protective of assets. Meanwhile, her friend group continued the pressure campaign, not in the original group chat that had been abandoned, but individually and on social media. Her best friend posted, "Reminder that leaving someone when they're struggling with addiction is cruel. Support systems matter. Some people show their true colors when things get hard." Didn't name me. Didn't have to. Everyone knew. Comments were mixed, some agreeing, some pointing out that enabling addiction isn't support. Lot of armchair psychology about codependency. I didn't respond. My attorney said not to engage on social media at all. Everything you post can be used in court, but my mom did. Bless her. Commented, "Reminder that stealing $15,000 from your spouse and then playing victim when confronted is also cruel. Accountability matters." Her comment got 43 likes, more than the original post. Small victory. The real shift happened at the temporary orders hearing. This is where the judge decides temporary stuff while the divorce proceeds. Who lives where, temporary support, that kind of thing. My wife showed up dressed conservatively. Hair pulled back, minimal makeup, playing the victim perfectly. Her attorney argued she needed temporary spousal support of $2,000 per month because she couldn't work full-time due to emotional trauma from the marriage. My attorney presented bank statements showing the gambling, credit reports showing new debt, screenshots of her messages admitting to the gambling, statement from her best friend's husband, he'd agreed to provide it, about ongoing gambling while living with them. Judge reviewed everything, looked at my wife. "Ma'am, are you currently employed?" "Part-time. The stress of the divorce has made it hard to work full-time." "But you were working full-time before the separation?" "Yes, but..." "And the reduction in hours happened after you left the marital home?" "Yes." "Of your own choice to leave?" "I felt unsafe." Judge reviewed more paperwork. "I see no police reports, no restraining orders, no documented threats. What made you feel unsafe?" "He was controlling my money." "Your testimony states he restricted access to credit cards after discovering significant gambling debts. Is that correct?" "He made me feel like a child." "Did he restrict access to your personal accounts or paycheck?" Pause. "No." "So you had access to your own income?" "Yes." "And the restriction was on joint accounts and credit cards?" "Yes." Judge wasn't having it. Ruled, no spousal support during pendency of divorce, marital assets frozen until trial. Each party pays own legal fees. She needs to find her own housing. My apartment lease is in my name only. Outside the courthouse, her attorney looked frustrated. My attorney looked pleased. My wife looked furious. She cornered me in the parking lot. "You're really going to destroy me over this?" "I'm not destroying anything. You did this. I have a problem. I need help. I tried to help. You called me abusive. You turned our friends against me. You made your choice. I was embarrassed. I didn't want people to know. So you made me the bad guy instead. What was I supposed to do? Tell the truth, get actual help, not blame me for your addiction." She started crying, real tears this time. "I can't afford rent. I have nowhere to go. That's not my problem anymore." Walked away. Felt bad for about 30 seconds. Then remembered the 156 messages calling me abusive. But here's where it gets interesting. That night, 2 friends from the original group, ones who'd gone quiet after everything, messaged me. Friend 1, "Hey man, I owe you an apology. I believed her without asking your side. That was wrong. I'm sorry." Friend 2, "Just want you to know I see what's happening. The court stuff is public record. You're doing the right thing." Not full vindication, but something. Also heard through the grapevine that her best friend kicked her out. The gambling at their house was the last straw. Her husband put his foot down after she asked to borrow more money. She's staying with her parents now, who, according to my buddy who's still loosely in touch with that circle, are not happy. They're traditionalists, believe in staying married. Working through problems. They're funding her attorney but making it clear they think she's screwed up. The narrative is slowly shifting. Not everywhere. Not with everyone. But enough. People are starting to ask questions. Like, wait, if he was so controlling, why did she have her own credit cards? Why could she leave whenever she wanted? Why didn't she report anything to anyone until after he caught the gambling? The answers don't look good for her story. Update 3. 2 months later, divorce was finalized last week, faster than expected. Turns out, when one party has documented proof of wasting marital assets and the other party keeps accumulating debt, judges move things along. Final settlement, she gets 35% of marital assets after the gambling losses are deducted. Judge ruled the $15,000 counted as dissipation of marital assets. No spousal support. She keeps her car, which she's still paying off. I keep the apartment and my savings. Each pays own legal fees. She fought it. Her attorney filed appeals, requested delays, tried to argue the gambling losses shouldn't count. Judge denied everything. Said clear pattern of financial irresponsibility and lying precluded equitable distribution. My attorney costs $8,000, worth every penny. Her costs probably double that, since her parents were paying. The friend group situation, mostly resolved, weirdly. The original group chat was deleted. People splintered into smaller groups. I'm in one with about 6 people, the ones who either believed me from the start or came around after seeing the evidence. My ex-wife has her own group, smaller. Her best friend, despite kicking her out, still orbits her drama. Few others. They occasionally post supportive things about surviving toxic relationships and choosing yourself. Whatever. Not my problem. The mutual friends who went silent? Still silent. Couple of them sent awkward, "Hey, sorry about everything" messages. I responded politely, but didn't push for reconnection. Some friendships don't survive this kind of thing. That's okay. Work stabilized. HR stopped checking on me. Colleagues stopped giving me pitying looks. Life moved on. The actual aftermath of the gambling. My ex-wife's debt ballooned to $18,000. Credit cards, personal loans, probably loan sharks for all I know. Her parents cut her off after she asked for more money post-divorce. They'd funded her attorney with the agreement she'd get help for the gambling. She didn't. She's in some kind of outpatient program now. Court mandated as part of a payment plan negotiation with creditors. Don't know details? Don't want to. Last I heard, she's working full-time again. Living in a studio apartment. Still doing marketing. Functionality intact, even if her finances aren't. We don't talk. No reason to. No kids, no shared assets, no connection. But I did get one message from her about 3 weeks ago. "I'm sorry. For what it's worth. I was wrong to blame you. I was ashamed and scared and I handled it badly. I know you probably don't care, but I needed to say it." I read it. Didn't respond. What would I even say? Thanks for the apology after destroying my reputation and trying to take me for everything in court? Water under the bridge? I forgive you? I don't know if I forgive her. I'm not angry anymore, which is different. Anger takes energy. I don't have energy for her. My therapist, yeah, I got one, says that's healthy. You don't have to forgive to move on. You just have to accept that it happened and choose what to do next. What I chose: new apartment. Better job, got promoted actually. Kept the friends worth keeping. Started dating again, casually, nothing serious. Life is weirdly normal now. Quiet, no drama, no group chat explosions, no attorneys, just regular life. Sometimes I think about what would have happened if I hadn't posted those receipts. If I just defended myself with words. Would anyone have believed me? Would the narrative have stuck? Probably. People believe the first story they hear, especially when it fits their biases. Woman says husband is financially controlling? Must be true. Man says woman has gambling problem? Sounds like an excuse. I don't regret posting the evidence. Some people call it petty. Maybe it was. But I wasn't about to let someone destroy my reputation based on lies while I quietly took the high road. The high road doesn't clear your name. Evidence does. Final thought on the friend group thing. It taught me who my real friends are. Not the people who immediately took my side. That's just loyalty bias. But the people who asked questions. Who said, "I don't know enough to judge," and stayed neutral until facts came out. Those are the keepers. The people who immediately believed the worst about me without asking my side, they would have done that eventually about something else. Better to know now. As for my ex-wife, I hope she gets help. I really do. Addiction is brutal. It destroys lives. But her addiction isn't my responsibility. Her choices aren't my fault. And her recovery, or lack thereof, isn't my problem. I did what I could when I was her husband. Set boundaries, tried to help, got accused of abuse for it. Now I'm just a guy who learned an expensive lesson about trust, friendship, and the importance of documenting everything. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Life goes on. Drama fades, truth eventually surfaces. Not always in time to save everything, but enough to save what matters. Myself, mostly. And that's enough.